More than 100,000 students remain stranded ahead of the 2026 academic year, as universities across South Africa grapple with unprecedented demand following the strong pass rate of the class of 2025. Amanda Skosana is among thousands of applicants who were unable to secure placement despite applying to several institutions. She later received responses informing her that her applications were unsuccessful or that no space was available.
I started my applications last year around June, when most of the applications were open. So I've used my grade 11 results and my grade 12 result midterm around term 2. So I received some letters saying my application was successful. And then I waited for my results, my Matric result this year around January. Most of the universities did not reply. And then around the end of January, some of them replied saying my applications were unsuccessful. And then there was only one that I didn't finish my application. So the late applications opened. And then I've opted for EPCOM, I think. And then after applying for EPCOM, I waited for a little bit of time, and then they sent me an email saying the program was already full. So that's the reason why I'm not at varsity.
Minister of Higher Education and Training, Buti Manamela, announced earlier this week that more than 91% of first-time students received funding through NSFAS, with over 500,000 continuing students also supported. Despite this, some students have expressed frustrations, saying they are dissatisfied with the current funding system.
With NSFAS, it's taking quite some time because registration has to start in January, right? But then by the time it's already March or April, students still haven't received any form of payments. They have no way to live, they have nothing to eat, they have no textbooks, and it's just a big issue for all students in general.
For now, we got like 2.5 for February only. And we have been coming here since January. So that's our concern with the NSFAS.
Student activists say they have repeatedly raised concerns with the Department of Higher Education about ongoing systemic challenges affecting students at universities, including issues with NSFAS funding, accommodation shortages, and campus safety. However, despite formally submitting their grievances, they claim little to no progress has been made and the situation remains unchanged.
As we speak now, the academic year is underway. Still students, they still don't have space. Universities till today, they've rejected millions of students due to capacity as well. So we're saying that the government of the day has failed to provide quantitative and qualitative solutions to access to higher education in South Africa.
Additionally, Masike has urged the government to expand the capacity of universities to accommodate the growing number of students.
There was a clarion call made here, particularly in Ekurhuleni, that government needs to, build a university of science and innovation here, due to the fact that thousands of students that come from Ekurhuleni are always subjected to, having to travel to some of these distant universities in Pretoria and Tshwane. But Ekurhuleni, big as it is, it does not have an institution of higher learning.
Meanwhile, the department has announced that the 2026 academic year has commenced successfully. However, the surge in student enrollment has underscored the urgent need for systemic reform as universities continue to experience significantly increased demand. Nonhlanhla Njingela for SABC News, Pretoria.